Comic reviews, extra sweet. Tune in, folks, and don't be late. Interviews that sure are great. From Kentucky's rolling hills we stream. Matt delivers every fan's dream. Claim your favorites, join the quest. Heroes for hire are the best. Superheroes, villains too. Every issue something new. Golden age or modern finds, entertaining minds of all kinds. Comic book sales you can claim. Join the club, win comic fame. Hear the stories, catch the vibe. Heroes for Hire feels alive. From Kentucky.
Oh, hey. Welcome back to Heroes for Hire Comic Club channel. Just reading some back issues. We got some GI Combat, like some GI Combat. Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to bring out my next guest. I like this guy's attitude. He's always got an upbeat attitude, a can-do attitude, and he's really stepped up his collecting game. I see him go to half-price books all the time, and he's always asking everybody what they're snacking on, and I'm happy to have my good friend Swaggduhh in the house. Welcome, sir. Hey, welcome, sir. How you doing? Well, it's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
See what we got in there. We got Easy Comic Reader saying hello, brother Matt, brother Swag, and Cheap Comic Collector.
There you
good
go.
To see you, man. Well,
great show they
good
had.
To have you. Yeah, you got the new. It's like you got a new hat on.
Yep. I gotta represent the Royals or the Chiefs, man.
There you go.
Even though the Chiefs lost bad.
I was always a Bo Jackson and George Brett fan, so they were Kansas City Royals. Wouldn't it have been cool though if Bo Jackson could have played for the Chiefs and the Royals? That would have been pretty cool.
Man, that would have been tight.
He could have played like on the same day. That would have been kind of cool.
That would have been so tight. Just like when if they would have let Michael Jordan do both.
Yeah, he wanted no swag. He wanted did Swag bring a PowerPoint? No, we didn't get a PowerPoint today. We're just going to go no PowerPoint today, I think. I didn't ask him to do any homework. I didn't ask Easy Comic Reader to do any homework, but he did some homework, and we had the old thing. Well, I'm glad you're here.
And I watched it. That was a great interview.
Oh, I had fun with it. I think we're going to have fun.
It's good to know more about people you know. Oh, what up, Baker, man?
Beckerman, hey. Good to see you. Got another Kansas City boy in the chat. Good job. We got Kansas City fully represented today. Yeah, I like it.
I'm telling y'all, all of y'all need to come to Kansas City, and we all go out and eat, and then we go to some good comic shops.
Sounds good. You can take me to a Royals game.
Oh, we can go to a Royals game. We can go to some Chiefs game. We can set it all up, man.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess we'll just get right into it.
Yes, sir.
So what is your comic book origin story? When did you get into reading comics? I mean, did you get bit by a radioactive spider? Did you have to push a kid into a ditch so he didn't get hit with gamma radiation and you got hit with a gamma radiation? What happened?
All right. It was kind of just like that. But it was on June 27th. It was my birthday. And it was 2.5 years ago. And we was out to eat. And then I ended up getting bit while I was at a Mexican restaurant, by the way. I'm always talking about Taco Tuesday, and it's good that today this interview is on Taco Tuesday. Everybody know what today is, but I got a gift from my lady's brother, and he gave me some comics, and it was like 4 or 5 comics, and I remember them. And I still got them, and they was the first comics I got, and I was like, and I read them, and then I was like, I told my lady, I looked over it, I said, I think it's over. I think I'm gonna start collecting comics. And then and the rest is history, because I basically he gave me The Punisher, and he gave me the lost years of like Craven's last after he died, when the team was coming to come for Spider-Man. I got that little run, and there were the 2 that he gave me. He gave me like 3 issues of Spider-Man and like 2 of Punisher. and I got all of them still. And them were my first comics, and I was like,
And he
these are
didn't know what he
fun.
was starting, but he lit a fire under you.
He don't know, and I'm a collector already. I collect shoes, Pokemon cards, and like, so I'm already like, this started something. And then ever since then, I've been like getting books, and that was 2.5 years ago. But once I started on my page of YouTube, that was like when I was really like, okay, I'm gonna start getting a lot of books.
Yeah,
and then that's when I
so what do
started.
you what initially drew you to? What was it about the comic books that attracted you to it? You were like, man, I need to get some more of this. Just like the
It was the
stories,
fact of
artwork,
like it was the more of that. It was artwork like the cartoons I used to watch, because I come from the cartoons and movies first before coming into
yeah,
the comics. And I always say that I was watching a lot of I watched the Spider-Man animated series back in the 90s. So it was like, that's my
same here.
stuff. And then it looked like the art looked like that. And then it was the Punisher. And I remember the Punisher in the Spider-Man cartoon too. And I was like, this is some good art. And then I read them. I read through them books like probably like 4 or 5 times. As soon as I got them, I read them through. I'm like, oh man, this is good. I was reading them out loud. I read them with my nephews and everything. And I sit up there. That was what got me. It was the art more than the story. Then I read the story, and the stories was like, this is a good story. And I was like, what? That's so cool.
Yeah,
it is.
There's a lot to love. I mean, and I started out. I think we all start out like Saturday morning cartoons and like, or we're about the same age. And or like I remember watching. Like, I didn't read comics at first. My dad brought some home. It was like I remember watching the G.I. Joe cartoon, and then the Amazing Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends in the early '80s. Then I was like, oh, they make comic books of this, and I was getting my mom to get me one every time I went to the grocery store, or a convenience store. I wanted a G.I. Joe comic or a Spider-Man or something. So Superman, watch Super Friends. So yeah, I think I can relate to that for sure. So what is there? What do you love about collecting comics?
What I love about collecting comics,
hunting them down and stuff like that, or
that's a big part of it. But mine is more of like, I like even when I watch videos, I break it into, I like the niche that everybody has. Like mine is cartoons mainly. And then for superheroes, I got certain superheroes I like, but mine is the cartoon stuff. And I've been trying to get some horror stuff, but that's harder. But mine is the hunt down and finding stuff for the great price.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm not a high market like some people are. Hey, if I get a book that's good and it's kind of beat up, as long as it's a reader, beater, completer, I'm cool. So mine is more of that, finding the bargains and finding some stuff that I like for a good price. And it's like, I ain't had to spend that much. So if it's good or bad, I'm like, okay, I didn't have to spend that much.
Well, hey, there's no problem with that. I have some books that are probably cost a lot, but like, I don't care as long as it's like, if it's a book I want and it's in bad shape, I'll get it anyway, just because, the low grade better than no grade, man.
There you go.
And like,
I live by that.
Rob's Fat Stacks always told me to chase the book, not the grade.
There you go. If I like that too.
If I find like a vintage comic on a good deal, like, I got this one here the other day. It's when the new Captain Marvel joins the Avengers, and I know it's not in the best shape, but I got it at a good price. I mean, if it had been mint condition, it'd been like $15 because that's when she joins the Avengers. But and also I think it's also the first her second time Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. She's the Captain Marvel I grew up with. See, so that's the one I like. And we got Missing Mars in the chat. And
what up, Missing Mars?
We got you kind of touched a minute ago with a YouTube channel. What happened that made you decide? You said, I'd like to do that. I'd like to get on there and start a YouTube channel.
I was doing it. I did a lot of stuff with my YouTube channel. I was doing gaming, streaming stuff at first, and like gaming, which I still do. I just haven't got back to it. But I was doing like gaming stuff, and then I was like, well, this is my channel. I could do, anything I want. And the other thing that has popped up was like when I got the comics that popped up, and I like memes, and I'm like, I could do a whole bunch of stuff with me showing comics and putting memes and everything. And that was the second thing that I came into and fell into, and I was like, yeah, this is good. So now I'm about to roll with it, and I've been rolling with it since. And I have bumped into some great people because of this comic
Well, that
book
kind of
stuff.
piggybacks on my next question, Swag.
Yes, sir.
What are your favorite things about having a YouTube channel?
My favorite thing is meeting people like yourself, people in the chat, meeting. I end up having it and meeting some of these people in real life, like Beckerman and Circumstance, because of the YouTube channel. Like I probably would have bumped into them, but I bumped into them a little quicker because of the YouTube channel, and they do it too, and then stuff like that. And the other thing is, you get to put a piece of whatever you want. You can make it about whatever you want. You can make your channel about whatever. It could be, if I wanted to just do movies all day, it could be that. If I wanted to do this, if I wanted to come on here and color, not draw, because I don't know how to sketch nothing. But if I come on here and color, you could do all of that, you know? So
Beckman would say Marcus can do YouTube. Anyone can, literally anyone. Well, I mean, I feel like that too. To me, I was like, I could do it. I think I could do this. Like I've ever seen like Cheap Comic Collector and Aaron on Aaron's channel. They were doing that where they show everybody what they got that week. And, you know, then like all of a sudden he starts talking about, I said, I saw his name. I said, Cheap Comic Collector. Wait a minute. I sold him some comic books on Whatnot. So I was like, hey, I typed in there. I said, I got to say something. And he started showing my books that he got. So I just got them in the mail. I'll show them to everybody. I was like, oh, crap. I was like, I'm like internet famous now. I said, hey, Mom.
Yeah.
My comics are on. I kind of got me hanging out watching them guys. And finally, Aaron's like, well, this guy's not a psycho, so we'll let him on the show. And that encouraged me to just keep on doing it, man, you know? And I don't know if you feel that way too, but it's interesting. I might not get to know anybody from Kansas City or even Great Britain. Like I know Dr. Von Hoot now. And like I know people in Australia. And like that would have never happened if I hadn't decided it. We would have never, like me and you would have never met. I mean, unless you ended up in Kentucky one day and I just ran into you, I guess. But
yeah,
you know, but the chances of that happening are probably slim. Nobody comes to Kentucky unless they got business here.
hey, I got a reason now. You out there. So if I ever come down there, I'll be like, I know somebody out there.
Well, I'll take you to a Kentucky Wildcats game if you ever come to Kentucky.
Easy. Hey, that's the same. Me and Beckerman been talking about making a little run around to people.
If I ever make it out there, I'll come out too. But you never know, man. You never know.
It's funny that you even said that too, because my first stuff was like I feel like quote unquote, oh, it's blowing up, is winning from Rob, Cheap Comic Collector, when I won his giveaway he had, and I was like, what? I didn't know how to feel, and then it's just like them welcoming with open arms. It's like, oh man, then you know, like you said, Easy, and then Aaron and everybody will. I'm like, dang, these people is awesome. And I had already knew Circumstance and Beckerman around that time. I'm like, this is all these people great. So it was just like,
and what was amazing to me was like, you know, you always hear about the loud 1%, you know, that want to be negative or they're like feuding with each other. But you know, the truth is, it's overwhelmingly positive. I mean, I was like, people were sending me like free stuff because they liked my videos, or like because I became friends. And I was like, really? You know, I'd have never thought. Then that got me giving stuff away, and I gave away a big giveaway because it just feels good to give back, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's a very positive vibe I get from it. I get sick of like the negativity stuff. You know, I mean, it's cool if you you know, if that's what you want to do. But like, as far as me, I don't know how you feel about it, but I just feel like we got a great community amongst the people we hang out with.
Yes, we do.
We always growing. Like we always pick up somebody else, like Sandman, you know, start around. And then I met Beckerman. Actually, I gave Beckerman we're on the Mad Spotty Outback, and I sent him I think it was Beckerman, was it the Death of Superman or something I sent you? Or something like that. It was like I think it was like what it was. You know, he's Beckerman say, or when we did the KC comic crawl and Swag won every dang prize they had. Yeah, I saw that, man. He had like that Muhammad Ali,
Yeah,
pole, and he won like a slab or something, didn't you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even want no slab. I want a slab. I didn't want to grade nothing.
That's how I've been going. Even Beckerman, my brother Beckerman, he didn't gave me a slab after I was sitting up here. I was like, yeah, I mean, if I get it gifted to me, cool. I ain't just like looking for a slab because I just like to get the books and read them. And
well, even if
I
you're
be
not
like,
collecting, it'd make a good little decoration you can hang on the wall.
Yeah. And that's exactly. I got like, what's crazy, I got like 3 or 4 of them now. So it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Because I won one from Rob too. And I was like,
oh yeah, you won the was it the Green Goblin or something?
Yeah, I think it's an Alex Ross. If I could get it for you and show you.
If you want to, you can. Hey, Crazy Hungarian. Don't forget me and Joe have our show on Mondays at noon. And man, you see this movie, dude. I'll show you at the end of the interview. Yeah, let me bring you over here.
Yeah, that's the Green Goblin from
That's
Rob.
a good one. Hey, we got Kenneth Bird in the house.
This is what I got from Beckerman.
Oh, that's nice too. I like it's like a it's like a cross between Venom and Carnage.
It do. And then this was the first. This is what I won on the crawl.
All right, I like that.
I know. I got some, but it's like, oh.
Well, I mean, it's cool to have even if you don't like go out of your way to get stuff graded. It's like everybody collects different ways. I get some people give me a hard time. Oh, why you get them graded? You can't read them. I'm like, well, I already read it. I'm just trying to save it. I'll try to get the older ones graded though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As far as we get into that, we'll have to get into all that. So, what are some of your favorite comic book series to read?
Mine's I always say is if I had a little list, I was like, if I stuck with a couple, but it's Tom and Jerry, Three Stooges. I've been really, and them is what I've been on the hunt for. So them two is like up there really high. And then I was like, if I got to go to some of my superheroes, I always say I like Wolverine, I like Deadpool, and I like Cap. I mean, about the Cap anyway.
Yeah, I love Wolverine and Cap.
Yeah, me and you. So
you got the hat on, I got the shield. So
yeah, I already know. So it's just like them the couple, but a lot of the cartoon books series I like also. So really, if I just stuck to my cartoons, it would be like Richie Rich, Archie's, because I really gotta like a lot. Like I think I got more of the cartoon books more than DC. I think DC is like behind it once I break it down.
I know you love Archie and Richie Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I used to love Richie Rich, man. When I used to watch the Saturday morning cartoon. And
somebody got to tell me how many titles it is, man, of Richie Rich or Archie. It's a lot of titles.
Man, I can't even tell you. There's probably like 20 different Archie series out there. You talk about like Archie Joke Book, Betty and Veronica. You got Betty's got one, Veronica's got one. You got Archie at Riverdale, right? And they have like there's like 3 or 4 others. Yep. Hey, there's Marcus right there.
There you go. Circumstance, my other Kansas City comic crew brother.
Beckerman says, well, imagine that. Marcus was late.
I know. And I know he probably gonna have it. He got his show tonight too.
He said, how dare you? I have kids. Well, you got trouble in paradise, apparently. I'm just kidding. Well, do you have any favorite writers or artists, or you don't really pay attention to that?
To a certain degree. The only writer I've really been liking that I've been collecting that you probably hear me talk about all the time is Robert Kirkman. I like his storytelling, and we already talked a little bit about it because we talked about Invincible when I was on with you the other day. Yeah. I like his writing. He got little trinkets that everybody can write stuff and then it be messed up sometimes because that's just everything. Or something that you kind of don't like. But Robert Kirkman is mine just because of how his stories go and how it could be cool, and then all of a sudden it'd be like, oh, and then it could be up and be a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I like that type of writing. I like when it's a lot of stuff going on versus like just a whole lot of plot armor of just talking and ain't nothing happening. Well, especially in a comic.
Yeah. Especially when you got like pictures to go along with something. You want some action going on. But like Kirkman's good at like laying out a story. Like I started reading Avoid Rivals from issue 1. and he lets it kind of build up until they finally
slow burn.
And it kind of gets into a, whoa, what the hell's going on, man? There's Transformers on this planet. What the hell? You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh shit. And then they bring out the Transformers. I know he doesn't write that or do, you know, but he was the one that had the idea to bring that out.
Yep.
And he's been given
a lot of stuff like that. Yeah. Have you read that like crossover book where it's like the Image crossover where they got a lot of characters and he didn't help write on that too? Yeah, it's like he got Rick 3000 in there. It's a lot of little stuff that I got, and I be trying to collect most of his books of some he wrote at least one issue. You know what I mean? So
he's from Kentucky too.
See, tight. And if I ever meet him, I'll tell him like, hey boy, I watch Walking Dead. That's one of my favorite shows. And now Invincible is like another one of my favorite shows. So
what's cool in his hometown, of Cynthiana, Kentucky, there's they put a big painting on the wall, Merle on the wall of Walking Dead. Like, so they're all proud of it. Little small Kentucky town. I'm proud of these zombies. I love it. You know what I mean?
Dude, you gonna have me look that up and try to get a picture of that.
I swear, I don't know if it's still there, but they did have one. I mean, it might not be there anymore, but
sometimes they take them away and sometimes they don't. You're right.
Sometimes maybe they'll touch up. Though he's like a local legend there, so they're you know, he's like a celebrity. I mean, that show blew up, man, and you know, and now, but he, you know, and everybody always wants to take Walking Dead, but he's made like Invincible and all that stuff, and
Super
like
Dinosaur, Four Rivals. He got another one, Outcast. He made that, and then he made a couple other ones. What up, Ian and Becca? And he didn't even co-wrote, and he even wrote for X-Men stuff too. Yeah, like he's the one that started the whole Marvel Zombies, by the way. Yeah, he did the earlier writing for it. Like once the writers changed, the story kind of shifted, but he started that because, you know, who can write zombies better than him right now?
Yeah. And like, I think he wrote for X-Men or something at some point. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, he wrote for Ultimate X-Men. Hey, Walking Dead is so good. Yeah, they don't stand a chance though. I know they don't stand a chance. Aggressive.
Well, the great thing about that show is it's more of a talking about society, because they don't really the Walking Dead, the zombies are a threat, but the real threat, they figured out how to kill the zombies for the most part. Unless you get overwhelmed by a big herd of them, it's the people that are the real threat. Because there's no laws and stuff, you know, it's just like people fighting for resources. And what if society broke down? What would happen?
Yeah, and it's about how quick people would switch because they'll think that they can't survive. Yeah. So it's like, are you still really on our side, or are you gonna turn on us because you can't survive? Like, oh, I want to get that. I haven't ran across one of them yet, Beckerman.
Well, that sounds out there. I don't think I've ever heard of that one, but I'd like to check that out. It sounds like a fun thing. I look up his stuff all the time. I know we mentioned Wolverine, Cap, and Deadpool. You got any other favorite comic book characters, or maybe you could elaborate why you like Cap and Wolverine so much, or you know?
I like Groot. I think he the best barbarian. If somebody want to at me, but I think he the best barbarian. He a snack king just like me too. When I read his issues, he snacks, and he always got quirky stuff. Eating something, yeah. Yeah, he's eating something, and he's a quirk. I like the quirky stories, so that's one thing I really like about Groot. That's why I like reading a Groot. And but Cap I like just because coming from the movies, he was always the stand-up guy of everything of like, hey dude, like we got to do this not because somebody telling us, but we got to do this because this is right. If we don't do this, we wait and sitting on our butts, everything gonna go wrong. And that's been his stuff in the MCU, so that's why I liked them. And then now from the stuff from Rob, I'll start watching the old serials, and I'm like, Captain America been a cool dude since forever. You know, that's me being perfectly honest. And
even if it hurts him, he'll do the right thing.
There you go. And then for like Deadpool, I like some like that quirkiness of he knew he was a comic, and he just made fun of him being a comic. So he's like a cartoon character. Like, I know I'm getting drawn, but I'm gonna do whatever because I know I'm a comic. And it's the same way with the movies.
That's why I
And I
like
just like that.
the sensational She-Hulk. When John Byrne was writing it, there's an issue where she looks at the reader like she's talking to John Byrne and goes, "Hey Byrne, what kind of crap are you trying to pull here?" And like she's like, "I know I'm in a comic book and it's gonna be like tongue in cheek, joke, we're in on the joke type thing." And a lot of people got mad in the show because the show had a lot of faults. But the one thing I did, some people got mad at the end of it because she was like talking about Kevin Feige and all that stuff. And I thought that was great because I was like, oh crap, they pulled that right out of the comic book, man. So, but there was a lot of stuff about that. We don't have to get into debating that crap, but how my stance is though, man. Any movie or show about comics, hey, I'll give it a shot just because, you know what I mean.
And ain't no knock to that. I love it that people even try stuff, and I've tried stuff, but I'll be like, I want people to feel like if it's warranted, and I'm telling you that's my stance. And as long as people still cool, instead of somebody trying to force somebody to like theirs, I'll be like, I'm cool, man. Like you can like some, I can not like some, I can like some, you can not like some.
What's still my buddy? Comics, man. I know I like stuff you probably don't read. You know what I mean? So it don't matter.
I like a lot of indie, and a lot of people don't like indie. They like the big two. A lot of people like DC and Marvel.
I love Image Comics, so but I guess they're kind of like one of the big three now. I guess technically,
yeah, one of the big three.
They're more indie because they let people have do their own thing, though. So you got another Groove fan in the chat here. We got the library says Groove's the best.
There you go, man. Groove's the man. That's the best barbarian. I know everybody gonna talk and say I know it's some other ones, and we ain't gonna forget them. But hey, Groove the man.
Well, I have one in mind. I could share it, but
go ahead.
You know what I'm going to say.
I knew it. I knew it.
I'll tell you why, man. I remember when I was a kid, and my dad let me watch Conan the Barbarian, and I was running around with a stick, pretending like I was Conan. Running around with no shirt on and my underoos, like a barbarian loincloth thing. And yeah, man, they wouldn't let me go with him for Halloween though, because it was too cold to not.
Oh, see, that's wrong.
Draw the muscles on me, But yeah, Arnold. Arnold was killing it in that one, man.
He did his thing. I just watched that a couple weeks ago. He did his thing. I ain't gonna act like it because it was around the time that Arnold was on everything. Him and Sylvester and Sly. Him and Sly was on everything at one point. And on the other thing I was about to say is that Conan, I found out it was a cartoon afterwards because I had watched the movie with Arnold. Then I was like, oh, it is a cartoon. Because I didn't know what you just said. I didn't know all of that. And I was like, oh. But then because I used to watch He-Man. I used to watch He-Man in the Masters of the Universe. So once I found that out, I was like, "Oh, now I'm about to go down a rabbit hole."
Oh yeah. Well, also, before it was ever a comic book, they had pulp novels or that back in the day. I think his name's Robert E. Howard. Easy Comic Reader will correct me if I'm wrong. It was Robert E. Howard, and you had Frank Frazetta was doing the covers for him, and then Marvel decided they were going to make a comic of it in the early, I think it was like 1970 or something, and the rest is history. And it just he's one of the most popular characters, he's probably, him and Groove are probably the two, let's be honest, probably the two most popular, recognizable barbarians.
Hey, I know people talk about Korag and start talking about other people and bring up other people that was halfway in between. Hey, but them two, I think they will be at the top. They'll be at the top of my list. They rock the world.
Yeah. I like Groove too, because as a kid, it's a good book to start out with too, though. And if you're an adult, it's funny because he does some funny stuff in it, So we can't all be about superheroes and killing. And that's
all I'm saying. It got to be some quirkiness. It's just like for instance, if you watch a scary movie that's truly scary, before you end your night, you need to watch something funny or a cartoon. You'll be okay.
Yeah, you got to cleanse your palate. You got to at least watch.
There you go.
A couple of Looney Tune cartoons or something after you watch that. I watched that basket case movie me and Joe reviewed, and man, I said I can't go to bed watch on this. So I got to watch something funny. So I watched the the Harley Quinn animated show of Kelly Cuoco as the Harley. So I had to watch a couple of them because it's funny. So but yeah, we got the I don't know, man. I like it when they mix humor and action though, like we were talking about Deadpool.
Yep.
and
When they
he's
mix it
always
together
yeah,
real good, when it's cohesive versus
yeah,
like it's something shoved in and it's like we didn't need a joke there or we didn't need this there right now. Like I
yeah.
know exactly what you're saying because that's the same way I feel about like when they do it and it's like right now it ain't no joke time. Like when
Well,
it's a good scene, I'll be like, I don't know
and
if I need a
I got
joke.
mad at some people. I got mad at some people. I talk about they talk about Rob Liefeld. Yeah, I give him mad props. He created Deadpool and Cable, and
Yep.
he's I like. I know a lot of people make fun of him, but I like some of his art. But besides that, like though, I think you got to give credit to some of the other writers that made him. I think it made Deadpool. I don't know if you agree, but made him a more entertaining character when you start to get these writers that where you break the fourth wall and talk to the reader, and do stupid stuff like, he says, "Are you going to pay me?" I remember one did he ask a guy to pay him in chimichangas after he was a mercenary? He did like
Yeah.
or something like that. I can't remember, but he's always talking about chimichangas, and then he had the head pull. You remember that he had
Yep.
like the zombie head pull, and he carried it
Yep.
around.
And that's funny because I was gonna do for
You're
today
right,
for my
Tyler.
thumbnail for that video I dropped today. I was gonna put a Deadpool for tacos as my thumbnail, but I ended up
Yeah.
changing my thumbnail around because I was looking at so many when I was out here and putting together my thumbnail. I'm like, I see some stuff, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure it out.
That's what I do with
'Cause I
mine.
had-
Do you like anime? We talked about this the other night. What's some of your favorite animes? Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yep.
Tell us some of your favorite animes.
Mine's is the OG is already set in stone, so I don't really be counting Dragon Ball that much because that's when I came into anime.
Yeah.
That's the first time I really knew about anime. So the other one would be like Demon Slayer, Seven Deadly Sins, and Jujutsu Kaisen. That's a good one. And I like My Hero Academia. Like that's some of the ones that like if people coming into it and they never watched anime, I always tell them Demon Slayer because Demon Slayer is it's a up and down. It's a lot going on. You seen that the other day when we was talking about it. Like it's a lot going on. If you really don't know nothing, or unless if you like action, then you'll be prepared for Demon Slayer. But if you don't like it to be just start rolling straight out the gate, you're gonna be kind of like, oh, I'm gonna need to watch something else to slow burn me. But that's like some of my.
I'm gonna be getting into it. I'm gonna be getting into it for sure.
Oh, you're gonna have to let me know. Oh, and I feel like you and Joe for one that basket case. That was a good one. Did you see that it's a Popeye's Revenge coming out? Scary movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Doing a trailer. I'm doing a trailer reaction to that. That's gonna be dropping in like a couple days. I'm doing a trailer reaction to that. That movie looks incredibly, horribly good. Widow Collector.
Yeah, I think it's kind of wild. Man, I really did that Winnie the Pooh movie. Where he's like a killer
I watched that one.
Like a killer.
Yep,
it was wild.
And they did a mean one too. They did a Grinch one.
I just want to give a shout out to Library 88 and Crazy Hungarian. I just made you mods, so gotta have more mods. You know what I mean? So I gave them a
Blue Grinch game.
With great power. Yeah, hey, with great power though, guys, comes great responsibility. Remember that. Just like Uncle Ben said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know what? Did you ever watch either like my favorite one that like it just like changed my brain almost like when I saw it was Akira.
I need to rewatch it. It's been a long time since I watched it.
And man, there's another one called Vampire Hunter D that is the bomb. Guy's like a vampire hunter, and he's like half vampire. I'm telling you, you need to watch that one. You need to put it on your bucket list because it's. I don't know if anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, Akira.
I'm putting it down there.
Akira and Fist of the North Star is the bomb. And then you got I know you've seen Ninja Scroll though. I know you've seen that one. Yeah, I need to get on that Demon Days because it kind of reminded me of Ninja Scroll a little bit.
I'm telling you, Demon Slayer, man, you gonna like it. And then Demon Days, I need to get into that comic because I got a couple issues, like 2. Oh yeah, check out the Popeyes trailer, man. I'm telling you, man. And check it out when I always tell y'all my reaction to it. Man, I'll try to like put it in to y'all big screen.
Do a reaction video for that one.
I always try to do reaction to certain stuff that I think like I like and I think that everybody else will like, or I'll be asking people to refer stuff to me. I need to ask Joe, can I do a reaction to his short film he got? I need to ask Crazy Hungarian that. Wolf's Rain, your favorite
I'm sure he
anime?
wouldn't mind. I know he wouldn't mind that. I don't think.
I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check that out. Wolf's Rain.
Yeah, Crazy Hungarian. See,
yeah, I'm gonna have to ask.
Get everybody turned on some new stuff.
Yeah, we get each other. That's the thing I like too. That's the whole thing I like about this community. Everybody tell like about, because we are pop culture centric. Because comic books is not just a comic book, because it came from something else. That came from something else. That's just the way it builds on. So it's just like, hey, it'd be a game sometimes people play. It'd be a movie somebody ain't seen. It'd be a comic somebody ain't read. You know, it'd be an action figure somebody don't got.
Well, I used to not be that much really into Archie, but I kind of got into it because I saw some of the covers that you and Rob had, and I like the ones where it's like they're making a joke about something that is kind of adult, but nobody, it's like
nobody noticed it.
Or hidden meaning, like the one where he's like, I had to rescue you. I had to beat off two guys. He's like carrying her out of the ocean. He said he had to beat off two guys.
Oh, and, Easy, you said like Bleach. Bleach is my stuff, Easy. Bleach is my stuff too.
And thank you. That would be cool. He said that would be cool.
Oh, well, thank you, Joe. I just had to ask, man. I don't want to just go out here and doing stuff and people in stuff, and then it's like, what you doing?
Well, as long as you're not like this guy can't act worth of shit. That would be mean as hell.
I was telling Rob about it. I was like, Joe got a movie he in. I want to watch it. I want to react to it, but I don't want to just react to it just randomly. I was gonna hit him up, and
I thought he was a pretty good actor. I saw a clip of it. Yeah, I saw a clip of it on a cheap comic collector was talking to him, and I thought he was a pretty good actor. First three, I had the first three seasons. Yeah. Oh, Bleach is cool. I like all that kind of stuff like that.
Yes. Easy. Watch Demon Slayer.
He would watch Demon Slayer. I watched a little bit of one other day, and there's another one. It's on Max. It's called It's called Ninja something. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I can't pronounce the last word, but it reminded me of those. I don't know if you ever heard of those. There's like these old movies, and they're not real old. I mean, from the 70s in Japan, and it's a actor named Sonny Chiba. And he used to do these movies like Street Fighter, Return to Street Fighter, and all this stuff. And Ninja Scroll is the bomb. Crazy Hungarian, yeah. Ninja Scroll is a good movie. You got to watch it, and it's a book too. And I think it's like an anime.
You keep saying that. That's why I got that on my list, because I've been watching like anime. Like I'd even be on YouTube or anime if I'm on some TV stuff. Yeah. I haven't been really watching nothing else.
Not to switch gears, but I guess we need to switch gears. We'll ask you another question. I know you collect other things besides comic books, and what are things you collect?
I collect Pokemon cards, and then I collect shoes. I'm a sneakerhead. Like the stuff you see in the corner, like right here on my camera, right here. Them are shoe boxes with all my shoes. That's just some of them. I got some in my closet and all that. Like, it's real crazy, man. Like, I love shoes, and then it's like not even just like a Jordan. I like Nikes. I like all type of shoes. So I'll be like, I got some Patrick Ewings and everything. I got all type of shoes. So cool. I just be collecting shoes, and I love shoes. Shoes is like probably higher than both the comics and everything, because like when I do stuff or I'm having an outing, I like to have on some cool shoes. I've been trying to find some of the comic book shoes and get some of them, because they had some like Aces that came out with a comic.
No, really?
An actual comic book.
Those were the shoes I was interested in. Like
it's sold out.
I remember my favorite pair of shoes I had. I think it's Jordan 4. It's the ones with they had like the shoelace holder on it. It was clear.
Mm-hmm.
And it had up top. Yeah, and it had 23 on the side of it, and the tongue was like a reflective silver.
Oh, yep, that is some Force.
Is it 4? Okay, that's one of my favorite ones, and the Space Jam ones. But then I had actually the Bo Jackson ones. Did you like the Bo Jackson? He had that crossbreed. I love that shit. Oh,
yes,
man.
I like the Nike swoosh. I like the way the Nike swoosh is on it. So I really like that. And then on top of that, like my favorite Jordan number is 7 and 11s, just like the store. But that's my favorite number of the Jordans that I like. And I got other ones, but I like the Shaq, not the Shaqs that was like at Walmart, but the Shaqs when he was with Reebok.
Oh yeah,
They had Shaqs that he dropped. I got the red and black ones. I like his shoes too. Just when it's like when they good shoes, I'm like, why not? I don't really care. Like it's about how you wear them. What up, Bobby? Kansas City Comic Crew. Ooh. And it's just like it's stuff just like that. So I just like that's like what I collect. And then it's like in that order. And the other thing I collect is video games and DVDs. Them are the last things. And I got a plethora of DVDs. Like I got 2 big old totes, the giant totes of DVDs. And then I got a little crate of video games. And I'm like, I be trying to keep it up. Like, them my things. So if I catch a bargain for like games and stuff, I be pretty much getting them because it'd be like, I don't spend that much. It don't be like I be out here buying a game when it's brand new.
I collect Nintendo NES games and Sega Genesis games.
Ooh. You know one of the ones
I don't go after the big ones though. You know, like inbox or stuff like that.
I was just about to ask you that.
Like I don't know. I don't want to get into that because that's a whole rabbit hole.
Because I was about to say, you know, one of the most expensive video games. I know y'all talked about the most expensive ones, but one of them is the Blitz 2000 Greatest Hits with the green strip.
Yeah,
if you look it up, that one's way like triple double of what the old regular one is worth.
Yeah, and you get like into this thing with like the Nintendo games for like, is it got 5 screws on the back of it or 3 screws?
Mm-hmm.
And like it'll cost you more money for the ones with 5 screws on it. I swear, I don't know why, but then you'll have games like Homer, is it something Earthbound?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a role playing game on Super Nintendo. That game is expensive. Well, some of these games like don't get like what I mean is that they're like they weren't that great when they came out, so there's not many copies of it. Because they quit selling or whatever. Or you'll have somebody do a bootleg game. I'll tell you what's interesting are the ones that these like there was some company, it was a Christian company, made like a game that had stories of the Bible in it. And they're bootleg because they weren't licensed. And they're actually costing a little bit of money. And
that would be up. It'd be like them older games that people either liked a lot or people didn't pay attention to. They end up being worth a lot. And I'd be like, that's crazy. And then people want them. I'd be like, now you picked to want them?
Exactly. I don't know. I say that with toys and comic books. I remember, well, even the Nintendo games, man, when I was in my 20s, I'm 48 now, but you could go to a flea market and get those for $10 a dozen, dude. You could get like $3 games, and now they're like, this one's $15.35. Oh, it's got the box, so that one's $100, you know? Or they're like they sold like one in the box that was sealed at Mario 3. What did it go for? Like $500,000 or something? And I'm like,
they try to, you know, they try to do that hype not too long ago with the Switch with a Mario Sunshine game. It had like 4 games on it. They only sold it for a limited time, and then they took it off the market and they tried to hype it up. I ended up getting it for like dirt, and I was like, okay. And then I had it, but I was like, I don't know what's the big deal. I feel like they're gonna put out this game again.
Some people act like they kind of almost turn it into a fetish.
Yeah, you know, they do that FOMO. They do that FOMO with stuff that I never made sense to me, because to me, I'm like, if somebody wants something, they'll get it regardless. Especially if they got some type of little bit of money to get it, it's a way to get practically almost anything you want.
That's what happened during the pandemic, man, with comic books like and video games. You're like sitting at home, nothing to do, and they're like, well, I'm gonna get some of the stuff I liked when I was a kid, and it makes it hard on people like me that like G.I. Joes and stuff, man, because those action figures that I grew up on, you can't get them for less than $20, and if you want one that's still in the box or on the card on or what they call it, you're gonna be paying probably a C note if it's especially if it's like a popular like Snake Eyes or somebody.
Like the thing I for Christmas that Swaggduhh sent to Brent Dragon's Lair, that toy was higher than what I thought. I'm like, dang, G.I. Joe. I didn't know G.I. Joe be doing it like that, man. Didn't nobody tell me. I didn't know G.I. Joe be like booming like that. I didn't even know. So
yeah.
when that happened, I was like, oh, okay.
The library wants to know, you guys scour Facebook Marketplace for this stuff? I've made a few decent comic scores. I do. I'm not really putting video games in there because right now, I kind of already knows the cat's out of the bag. They know what they got. But like, you can find deals like I don't know if you've seen that cover. It's a Dave Stevens cover. It's got a sexy looking witch on it, and there's like all these pumpkins behind it. It's called Seduction of the Innocent.
Yeah.
And I got it's like a $25-$30 book, and this guy was on Marketplace selling like 50 comics for $35, and most of them were just like indies and stuff that probably don't have a lot of value. But I saw those and I was like, oh. But then I said, well, my conscience kicked. I said, I need to tell this guy. So I said, these right here is worth like $20 each or $25. He said, I don't care. My wife wants them out of the house. I said, all right, sold. Here you go. I gave an extra $5.
It's the same way. It's the same way when I was showing that Dragon Ball book, that Dragon Ball Z book the other day. I got that in the manga with the mangas, $20 off of Facebook Market. $20. I got the manga and that Dragon Ball Z manga comic, $20. We got 2 flea markets in Kansas City, easy. And I've been trying to get the scheduling of when to go. One is only open on the weekend, and the other one is further deep up in Kansas City for me. It's up north, so it's like further away from me. And I've been like trying to catch them because I want to go to a flea market and see if I could get a good score, or if I had something happen like Lunch Money Comics and it'd be like a truck full of comics. Yeah. Somebody like, hey, come over here and check these comics out. Like,
Lunch Money got me wanting to go up to Massachusetts and see all these flea markets he goes to, man, for real.
I'm telling you, man.
Did you see a video where he was at the that warehouse that had all those comics, and they're like,
yeah,
Thundercats issue 1 for like $3. I'm like, what?
See, I got a couple people that's like, I watch everybody for different reasons, which I watch a plethora of people, right?
Yeah,
and everybody for different reasons. There's some people for where they at and they hauls and what they get. I like to watch the haul videos. I watch some people that's live, which is like a majority of like like you and Circumstance and stuff like that. And then I watch a couple of other people. I just like I watch people for everybody for different reasons, and his is one of the places because everywhere he go, he be going somewhere and finding some crazy, incredible good deals, and it's just like, oh, this is tight. And so I just watch it. I watch his stuff, everybody's stuff for different reactions because it's like it's different every time. Yes, it is a lot. Some of them be like pricey though, Library. Some of them be crazy. I be like, hey man, I ain't gonna be able to do this.
It's hard for me to go to the flea market. We only have like one. They really don't have any comics, and I don't even have a comic shop. I get a lot of stuff on Whatnot and eBay and like the marketplace. Even like there's not a lot of people there collect comics, man, and I don't feel like they're selling them. I'm sure maybe I could find them. We don't have a lot of estate sales or anything either, but I know there's a half price books in Lexington, Kentucky. It's about 2 hours from here, and I got to go to the doctor. And you got me wanting to go up there. So, because I see all the stuff you get.
It's no knock. Like it seems like everybody's half price. If you go check out Collector Dude, you check him out if you ever get the chance, right? He be finding so many books. He always goes to half price books. He be finding some good books, and they be like, you never gonna pay over like $8 on books unless it's the one in that container they got that's on the top. They be locked. Some of them books be higher, but most of the books be like from $1 to 50 cents to like $5. That's the most that it goes for the rest of the books. He didn't found so many crazy books,
and they miss on some of the ones that are valuable too. Like you'll find, I've seen people find them in there. As a matter of fact, so the ones you showed me one night, I'm pretty sure were like key issues. And then,
it's a. I'm just now finding that out. Plus, I got the video that I'm putting together now, working on where I got a little box over here that's full of the later crazy. I got a box over here full of the quote unquote keys I got. But I said I'm putting that video together slowly because now I'm still going through some books, and I still got some books I haven't filmed yet. That's key books when I scan them into my stuff because I do a little bit of writing down and when I scan my books in.
That's why I use that Key Collector app to find out. Like when I get something, I just double check so I don't sell it for $2 because I sell stuff on the side, make money to get my comic books. Hey, Aaron's here.
What up, Aaron?
And I was like, oh crap, that one's worth $10. I had no idea.
Yeah,
So,
I don't be having no idea
I
either.
made a lot of mistakes.
Do
I
you
made a lot
use
of mistakes.
do you use Hip Comics? Or you
No, I
know about
use Key Collector app.
I use Hip Comics because I know it's
I
a
use
couple of
Legion.
different.
I kind of use Legion of Comic Geeks too. I think it's their name. It's like because it's got you can like set a list so you can build a list for what you want to buy that's coming out, new.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pull that sometimes too. But so which of the big two do you prefer, Marvel or DC?
Of the big two, hey, as everybody see, I say it. I think mine's is Marvel though.
Yeah.
Because even when from the comic books and even from movies, I got a lot of Marvel movies. I got a lot of Marvel comics, and that's why when I've been saying in my videos lately, I'm trying to catch up on some of the DC stuff because some of the stuff I have read, it been cool. Like I just talked about an issue I read when I first got it. As soon as I got it, I read it of the Superboy with Lex Luthor, and I was like, I just read it. This was a good issue. So it's stuff I do get that be good, but it's like the Marvel stuff. Even for back then in the 80s and the 90s, they was doing all kind of like funny and good, quirky stuff before they started getting too much on the whatever side of stuff of what some people were saying. And there was a lot of them books I like Slapstick and all that stuff, and What Does and all that, and What Ifs. And it's like I like all of that stuff, like quirkiness sometimes, and with just a good comic sometimes,
Well, one of my favorite ones are like the team up ones, like Spider-Man teams up with some other the Thing 2-in-1, where he Marvel 2-in-1, where he the Thing's always up, And yeah, I do, Aaron. Yeah, I kind of know Marvel better, but I will say this: I was on Random Reads last night on his trivia show.
Right.
I won both categories of Marvel and DC. So,
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I almost put Matt. I about put on here tonight before we came on there, Matt, trivia champion on here, just to brag. But I didn't do it. But
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. See, but that's tight because I mean,
I knew most of the DC was because of the animated shows. That's how I knew most of them.
Hey, at one point, not trying to be funny, when the MCU was up, the movies was good, but they animated side was down, and DC's animated side was up, and they movies was down. Yeah, so it was a back and forth. Like I do like they cartoons and they animated way better than I like some of the Marvel stuff. The only Marvel movie I really put up real high is the Hulk versus Wolverine. That is like a good and
X-Men 97 they started doing and they had the old X-Men. But yeah, most in Spider-Man in the 90s, but a lot of it was like, DC was whooping their butt.
Even till then, like you're right, it was only them two. And then I was watching Batman, I was watching Justice League, I was watching all of that, Super Friends, I was watching all of that stuff. So it's like
Static Shock. Static Shock had that show.
Static Shock was my stuff on Saturday morning. I'm not playing. That was my
and you never knew who was going to show up. Like Green Lantern would show up and help him.
Yeah.
Or like Hawk Girl would show up and help him. Yeah, I just loved it, man. And I thought it was a good show for also for the time period for kids, because it was like they teach you lessons in there too.
And so then even afterwards, when we're saying like when DC was doing bad with the movies, it seemed like all the animated movies was up, like all the Batman movies, all the Flash movies, like all of them was good. And so I was just like, well, at least I still got some DC stuff I could watch, because I'll still watch them now, even on Amazon when it came to it. I will watch them if I like. When I'm not like necessarily trying to find something good to watch, I'll be like, yep, one of them movies will be good.
Don't watch the new Crisis on Infinite Earths movie.
It's not good.
Well, I think it did a disservice to like the guys that like Marv Wolfman and George Perez who created the original. I didn't like it that much. It's like they changed a lot. I don't like when they change a lot. That's what I liked about the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
They stuck to the comic book stories. They didn't try to like change it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only gripe I have sometimes with these movies. Like I didn't like Baron Zemo in the movies. I don't think they did that character right, man.
Me either. They didn't do it right.
Yeah. Well, the Baron Zemo that Captain fights in the comic books, is way more dangerous.
And then on top of that, he didn't have his iconic mask.
I know. Where's the purple face mask thing?
That's all. They didn't even give him that. I was like, what is going on?
That badass sword. He's always got that sword. He's always fighting with his sword. See,
I'm the same as you, man. That's why I
you
was
get it. You get it.
Yeah, but that's why I said. But you know me because that's even when we talked about it, I was talking about the comics and the movies of why I didn't like some of the movies because they changed, like they did so much that I was like, why y'all do that? Yeah, I could have just stuck to the script and then it would be better. You could change little stuff, but don't change stuff drastically. When you do that, it kind of messes with stuff.
We're changing like character backstories and stuff.
Yeah. Don't be in the middle and we all like, yeah, I can't wait to his backstory, and then they come on, you be like,
well, that's not what happened.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I felt certain ways about Nick Fury when he lost his eye. I was like, I thought it was a badass way he lost his eye, right? And then it happened. I was like, oh,
well,
yeah. I was like, that happens.
Well, that cat was kind of crazy though. I liked when it started eating people. That was kind of wild.
I mean, he did get crazy, but just for that, how that happened to somebody we quoted as a bat, because we just thought he was like, hey, he's a beast. He didn't been through it all. Nope. Hey, I
mean, in Nick Fury, like in the comic, he lost his eye in combat.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And I know that. And I was like, oh, I thought that even when they showed his backstory before, like when he didn't have his eye and there wasn't no war, I was already kind of questioning it in that movie. I was kind of like in Captain Marvel, I'm like, oh, so they ain't go back far enough because he's just a regular cop walking around with both his eyes.
Yeah, no, they don't talk about no Howling Commandos or anything, but they kind of make it sound like his dad. I think they tried to make it like his dad was the
part of it.
Howling Commandos.
Yeah, they made it like his dad.
Why wasn't he in the Captain America movie? Right? They should have had his grandpa or something.
They could have did small dialogue. They could have did where they show somebody real quick, and then that's like we knew, and it would have connected. That would have been it. They didn't have to do nothing major.
I think they were just doing that to like oh, we'll just tell a joke. I don't like that they didn't take it seriously. That's my only problem with that. It was like,
hey, that's what I'm saying. I agree with all of that. That's the same. I'm the same way it was. I'm like, yeah, this sucks, and that's why I'll be like they did it. They planned it right though. They planned it at the right time, but I was still like, this sucks because if this was a movie that just would have came out randomly, because they put it in between two massive big movies, right? Captain Marvel. If that would have came out by itself, I don't think it would have did that good.
Probably not. People were just wanting to see it because it was going to be connected to something else, I think.
Yeah. That's why I said they did good in that. They succeeded with that. But nowadays they ain't getting away with that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if they do that again,
probably not.
They probably won't get away.
Well, I've almost asked all my questions, but if we got any questions from the chat, before we wrap it up, I don't want to keep him all night, although he probably wouldn't care, but
I mean, you my boy, and I'll be watching you on stuff, and I'll be like, hey, he is trooping like he's scooting along like me, because I'll be just like, I'll be up, and when I be seeing people up, I'm like, people up with me.
That's what I do. I'll sit there and just lurk. Okay. Once we got a set for library, so that's for MCU. Looking forward to FF movie and Daredevil show. Hope for Ghost Rider one day. Yeah, I'd like to see another Ghost Rider movie. I didn't mind the Nicolas Cage one so much, but I'd like to see like a little bit darker Ghost Rider because he's more dark. They kind of made a joke out of it a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of wanted Keanu to play him. I wanted Keanu or Norman Reedus to play Ghost Rider. I think that would be the best fit.
Oh, that would be perfect. He loves motorcycles. They wouldn't have to train him.
Yeah. I think and they both like motorcycles, and they've been on the episode. If you watch Ride, the Norman Reedus show, he had Keanu on there. Them two either one of them would be a good Ghost Rider. Either one of them, Keanu or Norman Reedus. Either one of them will be good. So, and then on top of that, for the Fantastic Four, though, Library, I'm up in the air with that one. But the Daredevil show, I got some. I only seen, but I think it might turn out okay for the Daredevil, because the Daredevil was high praise for everybody on Netflix as well. So I can see that doing good. And plus, they got John Bernthal.
I didn't hate it either, Aaron. I kind of enjoyed it. The library says he dug the Werewolf by Night and Man Thing special. Yeah, that was awesome. I was just like, when I saw the Man Thing, I popped for that. I was like, yeah.
Hey, Matt, I seen that the way you seen Captain America, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Jig's Kingdom. He goes, I wants to know when the Kansas City comic crew is going to get together next.
We supposed to be going to wrestling soon. We supposed to be going to wrestling. We supposed to be going to. Yes, I wish that's what I was trying to say, Aaron. Like I got certain things of. I watched the cartoon too, so my thing is like his voice. It's got to be more New York sounding.
Yeah.
It got to be more.
When
Hey,
he started talking, I was like, wait a minute, he don't sound like he's from Yancey Street.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's certain little problems, and I hated that I don't want the CGI to be bad though, Matt. That's why I was saying, did they hide not showing us Mr. Fantastic? Because it might look crazy.
Well, they might be just waiting for the reveal. You know, I mean, they might not want to, because that was just before everybody gets too worried about it. Just everybody keep in mind now, it was Pump the Brakes. It was a teaser trailer. So
that was a long teaser trailer.
Yeah, I know. We ain't seen nothing yet. City Pro. Okay, we got any more questions for Swag? I'll try to think of another one for you. But what are some of your favorite? While we're waiting on a formulated question, what are some of your favorite video games you've been playing?
My main game is Fortnite, but I play a lot of horror games. Like I play like Outlast, and then they got a Outlast game that you can play with people. Playing scary games with people, Dead by Daylight. If you play that with people, it will make you sit up here, and it's more highlights of moments. It's more fun. It's more funnier. Like it's stuff like that.
Have you ever played? My cousin was let me play. I was playing Mortuary Assistant with him. You ever played that?
I played that once. I need to play it again because I got a lot of games.
Yeah,
I got like over 100 something video games, digital and like physical. So it's like, I'll be trying to try all type of games because I'll be like, I don't want to be stuck in no box because I'm like always open to a lot of stuff.
Well, how do you feel about like the not having like a physical media though? Like you talk about the digital games, like I have a problem like not having the game like at the house, because then if you like sell your Xbox or something, you can't get no money on them games. They're all downloaded on Xbox.
Exactly. And that's one thing I'm with. Even like listening to like songs and stuff, I really don't even like downloading music because it's like it's digital. It'll take it away from you. Like I still like when I was saying it, I got a lot of video games physical, and I really go to the store or Walmart and still get movies. I still go get movies when it comes to stuff. I got seasons of stuff too because I want to have it.
Yeah.
Like if the world go dark today, no internet, it'll hurt all of us. I'm gonna be able to still watch stuff. I'm gonna still be able to watch something.
I still have physical copies of comics.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a good one too, by the way. If you get any of these right here, it's a haunted tank. It's really cool.
You seen them thick issues I had?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got six stories in it.
Oh, I'll show you something else I got. It's like this little pocket.
Oh, I'm ready to see it. Oh, snap. Oh, that art, that black and white art, man. That black and white art is something else.
And I got this, like these, like War is Hell, Sergeant Rock, like a little digest. I got some Archie digest too. I'm going to send, I need to send to you. So, send me your address again. Because I know I kept saying I'm going to send you something, but I keep not having the money to, but I will have the money Friday. Just to,
no. You ain't. I'm with you on the same thing because I'm supposed to be sending Crazy Hungarian his prize, and like I'm saying it now, that's gonna be coming throughout it because I need to get to the post office for that. I've been getting there and working and stuff. It just been like but I'm gonna get there, man. I got you for sure. And just know, I already was looking it up. Hey, he didn't have no choice. Can't get no worse than that. That part is true. But you want to know something though, Bobby? I don't even like none of the movies for real. The only reason I like the earlier movies is because Jessica Alba.
Michael Chiklis did a good thing, I think. You know, I thought he was pretty good as the thing.
No, he did good as the thing, but I'm saying the main reason why I liked it because Invisible Woman, Jessica Alba.
That's the main reason I watched Sin City to start with was because she was in it and Frank Miller wrote it. I thought, well, Frank Miller wrote it and Jessica Alba was in it. It can't be that bad. Oh, wait, Mickey Rourke. And I'm like, oh, well, Mickey Rourke's in it too. Cool.
yeah, Mickey Rourke. And then there started being other people in it that I was surprised. I'm like, oh, this movie Sin City turning out better than I thought too. Yeah, you're right.
Amen to
Norman
Alba.
Reedus.
Yeah, good Lord, Alba.
There you go. But there you go.
Yeah, I already
Norman
wants to
Reedus
know your
would
top
be a
five.
good Ghost Rider. Norman Reedus
Yeah.
would be a good one.
Aaron wants to know your top 5 anime.
My top 5 anime right now. If it's just a right now moment, I said it. This is Demon Slayer. I got Hunter x Hunter. I got My Hero Academia. Dragon Ball's always up there, and then I got Jujutsu Kaisen. Them are some good ones, man. Aaron, check out Demon Slayer. Aaron, you and Matt. I'm gonna have to probably text people and be like, "Hey, you watch it yet? I want to talk about it. You watch it yet?" Oh, look. Yes, she is the divine creature. Yes. And what? Liberry, come on, man. You know I never stop collecting the cartoon books. I got a plethora of cartoon books. I got a plethora. I got a thing that I got like a couple more books. I got some books in this box. I don't even know what books I got. I got it. Whenever I do that videos, it be honest, I forget what I get, man. I do it and then I'll be like, oh, I got this book. That's why I be excited, man. I'm always excited. Or we can watch stuff on Discord. Whoever set it up, I'm cool.
As long as it's just like between like a little group, they don't say nothing.
Yeah, how many can you get in there? Like 10 or 12?
Yeah, like 10 or 12, I think.
That's a good amount, though.
Jig's Kingdom does it all the time. They watch movies, they watch TV in there and everything. I probably shouldn't blow it up like that, spot up, but
hey, Nemo, there you go. Demon Slayer. Yes, no. If it's right now, Demon Slayer. If you ain't rewatched the episode yet, Mimo, then we can't even talk, man. If you ain't rewatched the episode yet, it would be hilarious though. That's the same reason why I was telling Aaron, I was telling Matt that him and Joe should watch Popeye Revenge. If they watch that trailer and watch the movie, I feel like that'll be up there with some of their worst. Mm-hmm. But like, oh, this is bad too. But they came out with this.
Hey, I'm not afraid of a bad movie. You know that. You should know that by now. You watched the 2 movies I reviewed.
Oh man, hey, dude, y'all was hilarious when you and Joe are funny. With that was hilarious. I don't care. That show is hilarious, dude.
We had a little technical difficulty, but I found out the hard way that if you let other people share your stream, it like slows you down if you don't have good internet connect.
Yeah.
I don't know why it shouldn't, but Phil says it's solo leveling.
No. He right. That's good. That's up there. That's another one that's up there. Like if we got a top 10 list, solo leveling got to be up there before even like My Hero Academia to a certain degree. The movies are better than sometimes.
Yeah, you got to watch. Everybody need to watch Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I'm telling you. If you like big women with big chests, former playmates, former penthouse pets, and you got a bunch of dudes with all the muscles firing guns and blowing stuff up in a big giant fake snake, you can't go wrong. It's filmed in Hawaii. That's all.
Where can I find that? Would it be on Tubi too?
It's on Tubi. It's on Tubi.
Oh, it's on Tubi. Oh, well, yeah. Definitely.
So I'm probably gonna watch it. Basket Case is on Tubi as well.
Oh well, Matt, I would definitely be texting you tonight to tell you like what I thought. Like, hey, I agree with all of y'all what y'all said.
I think you'll like it, man. It's almost like a comic book, kind of, but like it's I don't know, you'd like it, man. But if we got any more questions real quick before we wrap it up, everybody, let me know.
Man,
no, man, I appreciate you being on here.
No, man.
Yeah, they had a guy shot a blow-up doll with a rocket launcher in this movie that we're talking about. Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
That I gotta watch.
I'm pretty sure it does have stock footage in it.
I'm definitely gonna be pulling that up, man. I'm definitely gonna be pulling that up. I haven't
seen that one. I'm gonna write that down. Let me write down Blue-Eyed Samurai. I don't think I've seen it, but what I was telling you about earlier with the Sonny Chiba, like I told you about those Street Fighter movies.
Yeah,
there's another one called Shogun Assassin.
Shogun Assassin.
It is, dude. He's like this samurai trying to protect this kid, and it's just awesome. And then Lone Wolf and Cub. Shogun. Okay, Blue-Eyed Samurai.
And Blue-Eyed Samurai, because he was talking about that. But that's what he was saying. Like, if before you watch Demon Slayer, and then I got Shogun Assassin, Blue-Eyed Samurai, because hey, the anime, Hey, I know everybody want to talk TV right now. Some of the shows have been lame, and this anime is holding up water way better, even for their storylines, being way better than some of the stuff. Even if it's over the top, it's been better than some of the real shows. Because Invincible is a cartoon animated too, and that's beating a lot of real shows out.
Yeah,
Invincible is great.
Oh, Invincible's awesome. It's
man,
I didn't even read the comics, but it made me want to go back and read the comics.
Dude, I'm trying to collect. I only got one comic. I've been trying to find stuff. Super lame shows right now.
Some of them are.
Yes, that is right. That is right.
Now, they're not all great right now.
Most of the real shows is kind of bad, and then most of like the TV shows kind of trash, or it being like shows that been like running forever that you kind of like you just know they got a steady crowd because they've been running forever. You try to, but it was terrible. Oh, well then Matt and Joe should watch that.
We might have to.
Ninja versus Shark. Demon Hunter is good. Demon Slayer is good. Demon Hunter is cool.
Invincible's still hard to collect. Go try to find the first issue.
Yeah,
you're not going to get it for
the first issue. You're probably not going to find, but you can find issues. It's just like
if you find reprints too. They make reprints of all of them. They have reprints of second prints, third prints. It was a popular. Well, it started out low print run. It's the same problem with The Walking Dead when it came out, and it caught on. Then people started watching the show, and they wanted to go back and get them. They realized, wait a minute, that's like $150 book.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yep. It's even like the low print books with like some of the scary movies, man. Like the Jason, Michael Myers, stuff like that, Halloween and stuff. Them are low print books. So when I had found them, I have grabbed them. But they low print that I don't really see them that much around. It ain't like I see them around a lot.
Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. I really appreciate you coming on.
Oh man, anytime, man.
And before we go, I'll let you shout out what you got going on your channel, but I'm gonna do a little housekeeping. Let everybody know tomorrow night there will be a claim sale.
Oh,
at 9 p.m. Eastern. Actually, you won't see the Superman book there. That's like a $400 book. I don't have that one, but I just had that as a nice background. So don't think, oh shit, he's got like first appearance of Punisher going to be up there tomorrow. But yeah, we got that, and then tomorrow after that, Thursday, 7 p.m. Comic Lounge Swag. I hope you're there. I hope Milo and everybody in the chat's there. Sir. We can have up to 10 people on my thing, so please, tune in for that. And then we got if I can find it. Oh yeah. Right here. No, that ain't it. Hold on, I'll find it. And we got the Sunday Super Show Extravaganza. That's Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We do previews of new comic book days, trending 20, the hot 10 comics of the week, and of course everybody's favorite, the out of context panels of the week. And if you want to find it, next Monday or next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, same time we did this one, there'll be another episode of Comic Conversations, and my guest will be W-Box 18.
So
this will be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I almost forgot. Monday at noon Eastern, me and Joe will be reviewing for Matt and Joe's Bad Cinema, Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins.
Snap.
And this one's on Tubi too. So if anybody out there that's going to watch the show at noon Eastern or watch the replay, if you want to be up to speed on what we're going to be reviewing, this movie is on Tubi. It's called Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins, starring Fred Ward. And it's got, you remember the woman that played Captain Janeway on Voyager? She's in it too. So,
you're going to have to, sometimes you're going to have to text me some of this stuff. I will pull up Tubi and watch most of that stuff on Tubi. I watch Tubi. So I'm always on Tubi. Hey, Mimo, make sure you watch Hell's Paradise. That's a good one too. Hell's Paradise. It is tight. It's kind of gory, but it is tight. It's a good anime.
All right, thanks, Library. And guys, Swag, what do you got going on your channel? Anything coming up?
Videos. I'm shooting some trailers. That pop-out one's coming soon. And then I got some hauls to record. But I'm going to put in some of the vlogging. When I was out with the boys, we did our own, thanks to Beckerman, me, him, and Bobby. We got out and went to a couple shops, picked up a couple books. You've seen some of the books, Matt, but I'm going to show them off. But I'm going to put in some of the footage of some of the places we went. We went to this comic coffee shop. Amazing, man. He got a TV. He got it set up like retro. He got the TV with the game hooked up, and I think it's like a Nintendo or something. And he got comics on the wall. You can buy them off the wall, and it's like,
Cool.
and he makes your coffees and cold drink. I had a cold. I like frappes, so I don't really like high coffee.
Same here, man. Same here.
So I had to end up doing that, and I end up swooping that out. And we went to a couple shops, and I grabbed a couple books. And I've been trying not to grab too many duplicates, but I mean, I do a giveaway, so I end up with duplicates anyway. So I do giveaways, and I don't know if I'm gonna set it up, but stuff gonna be going to Joe coming up soon. I already said that, and that's gonna be what's going on. And Rob's right. Yeah, Matt's my boy. If he want to do something, we could do something. Because he said good chemistry.
Well, I've already got 5 shows, but I can make another one, or you can. Actually, I'll talk to you about it. I got an idea. I got an idea for this, so we'll talk about that. But everybody, thanks for coming out. I guess me and Swag are going to catch up on our back reading. I got some stuff to read. So
yeah,
I'm going to read the rest of this GI Combat.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, everybody have a good night, and until next time, true believers, Excelsior.